Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with. Doesn't even matter if you kill me. I'm chosen by the Absolute I am. I'm blessed.
Here it comes, you little beast.
I didn't take these refugees for killers. Maybe I've misjudged them. They're still going to die, but at least they're willing to fight. True. Back any beast into a corner, and you'll quickly see its teeth. They're still going to die, but at least they're willing to fight. Well said. Shall we get on, then? But at least they're willing to fight. Oh, sweetie, you can't murder vermin. The Goblin was just put out of our misery. That's all.
Arca's thirst for revenge has been sated, and the Goblin welcomed death with open arms. All's well with the world, one might argue. And yet, there's something unsettling about witnessing an execution, no? I condemn nothing, but a question can be a mirror. If it's guilt you see reflected, the condemnation is your own. And yet, there's something unsettling about witnessing an execution, no? No one will mourn this Goblin, I suppose. Let's leave it at that. And yet, there's something unsettling about witnessing an execution, no? You imply a weakness. I say a critical mind is one of our greatest strengths.
Nice. She saved us the work of killing that Goblin ourselves. Well, this makes one down. Only a few thousand more to go. She saved us the work of killing that Goblin ourselves. Goblins are dumber than Delvers, Chief. There's not much knowledge to wring out of them. This way, she can't carry news of the Grove to her tribe. She saved us the work of killing that Goblin ourselves. And crueler still to let a roach carry the Grove's location to her tribe. You want to be a hero? Some advice. The right thing isn't always the nice thing.
Hardly a winning display of archery, but it did the job. That's the best end any Goblin can expect. Come on, but it did the job. Goblins live fast, die bloody, and drag others to the grave with them. Don't mourn vermin.
A commendable choice. The horde must be thinned. Such vermin serves but one use. Fodder for our weapons. If I've one regret, it's that I didn't fire the arrow myself. The horde must be thinned. Such vermin serves but one use. Fodder for our weapons. The horde must be thinned. There will be more. We will slice open their stomachs and bathe in the blood.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with. Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You're gonna kill him too?
You, move! What in every hell is wrong with you? Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a Goblin lives or dies?
Your soft heart will be the death of us.
Can't say I understand that. Not sure I want to.
It's all right, Arca. Let's go.
Believe it or not, but I witnessed a similar standoff back at the Yawning Portal. Of course, an establishment like that invites all sorts of outlandish entertainments. An inn in Waterdeep. Ooh, never a dull moment there. Adventurers come from all over Faerun to try their luck down the well. Leads into the Undermountain, you see. Full of death, danger, and vast amounts of treasure. Hard to resist. Oh, a drow, a dragonborn, and a cleric of Cyric walk into a bar. Your standard fare. Maybe someone was cheating at cards. Maybe it was some weird lover's quarrel. In any case, out came the crossbow, and a hush fell over the entire room. No, no, no. yours truly diffused the situation. I stood up and yelled, "Shadow Dark Ale for everyone!" The crowd cheered. The tension drained into 6 tankards, and soon all was well again. In a place like the Yawning Portal, the most powerful magic is calling for a round of drinks. Mind you, all I did was call for ale, but you went and stood in front of that crossbow. Well, I'd drink to that. Of course, an establishment like that invites all sorts of outlandish entertainments. Suit yourself. I was merely going to remark that you handled yourself pretty well.
My tribe can tell you everything there is to know. Absolute bless one of our own. Priestess Gut. Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating they take. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyog.
The smartest goblin in the world, huh? Faint praise indeed.
Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find her. Deal? Then hurry up and do it. My tribe ain't as friendly as I am. Oh.
A useful goblin. Sounds too good to be true. Turning into a mind flare is bad, but you'll be just as dead roasting on a goblin's spit. Don't let fear cloud your judgment. That's what alcohol is for. Sounds too good to be true. Maybe. Couldn't hurt to ask, surely. Sounds too good to be true. Ah, yes. The cure. Always seems to be right around the corner, doesn't it?
To seek some goblin priestess's help would be unconventional, to say the least. Then again, I'm not one to advocate conventionality. I wouldn't dismiss the idea out of hand. Goblins come from a warrior culture. To heal wounds is a highly prized skill. If this priestess is indeed a master of the arts of booyog, it's not inconceivable she could be of help to us. And if she isn't, we might find items of interest among her shamanic paraphernalia. If her tribesmen don't kill us on sight, that is. I'm not one to advocate conventionality. My sentiments exactly.
Goblins aren't exactly renowned healers, but we can't afford to ignore any options. We'll need to take some risks if we want to cure ourselves. Come on. But we can't afford to ignore any options. Perhaps this gut creature stole something that could be useful. A scroll, a potion, a cranial extractor.
Forget this goblin priestess. She will not know about purification. A change is coming. I do not know the day. I do not know if it'll be sunup, sundown, or at afternoon's high. But it is coming. And every unnecessary option we explore is another toll of the bell. She will not know about purification. You don't need to trust other Githyanki. You just need to trust me. She will not know about purification. Of the few things I've found to admire in you, I admire your trust in me most of all.
I'd sooner grow tentacles than enlist a goblin's help, thanks very much. And maybe she has a goose that lays golden eggs. I'm going to take a wild guess and presume she doesn't have either. Thanks very much. Well chosen. Can't trust a goblin from here to the Hordlands.
So, we're making deals with vermin now. I still wish we'd just ripped her throat out. But I suppose you have a point. We're making deals with vermin now. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for self-interest. I just wish we could have made a deal with a wood nymph, or anything less vile, really. We're making deals with vermin now. We always have a choice. Don't blame me if you don't like the options.
Lost a few straws from your haystack, did you? I live by 2 rules.
Always empty your flask and never trust goblins. And the innocents she'll slaughter for fun? Where's their second chances? You want to be a hero? Some advice. The right thing isn't always the nice thing. And never trust goblins. Goblins are dumber than Delvers, Chief. None of them is yanking these tadpoles out. The only cure they've got waiting is a messy beheading. Always empty your flask and never trust goblins. You did. But it might not be too late. The goblin camp must be close. We can still fix this.
Far be it from me to second-guess your decisions, but I'm not entirely convinced setting that scamp of a goblin free was the wisest of ideas. But it's not quite done yet. What if she leads her entire tribe to the grove? Harsh, but fair. Not given too much further thought. Not entirely convinced setting that scamp of a goblin free was the wisest of ideas. But consider the consequences. What if she leads her entire tribe to the grove? No allegiance, no. Though we don't need to sign its death warrant. Entirely convinced setting that scamp of a goblin free was the wisest of ideas. A perfectly reasonable train of thought, but what if she leads her entire tribe to the grove? I'm not sure you can.
I'm not in the habit of helping vermin. I expect it to return and bite. And yet you still helped it escape. That grimy little creature had better be grateful. I expect it to return and bite. If you're going to let our fates depend on hope, I might need to reconsider our alliance.
We have made an ally from an enemy. Quite judicious. The pest may be more used to us alive than dead. Should she serve us no purpose, we will simply exterminate her. We have made an ally from an enemy. Quite judicious. The point, it seems, has raced past you. No matter. If the pest serves us no purpose, we will exterminate her.